Miracle. In a world where shadows consumed the light, there lived a man named Aiden. This world, known as gloom, was a place where despair hung heavy in the air, and hope was but a distant memory. Every day, Aiden fought against the oppressive darkness, trying to find a way back to the world he once knew, a world where happiness still thrived. One day, Aiden stumbled upon an ancient scroll hidden deep within the ruins of an old library. The scroll spoke of a way to escape gloom, a path that led back to the world of light and joy. But this path would not be easy. It required confronting one's deepest fears and overcoming the greatest enemy of all, oneself. Determined, Aiden set out on the journey described in the scroll. The first challenge was the Forest of Reflections, a place where every tree mirrored his thoughts and emotions. As Aiden walked through the forest, he saw reflections of his past, moments of failure, instances of doubt, and episodes of fear. Each reflection felt like a dagger to his heart, reminding him of who he once was. But among the painful memories, he also saw glimpses of his strengths, his kindness, and his resilience. Aiden realized that to move forward, he needed to accept both the good and the bad parts of himself. With this newfound understanding, he continued his journey, feeling a little lighter with each step. Next, Aiden reached the Valley of Shadows, where the darkest parts of his soul manifested as tangible entities. These shadows taunted him, replaying every mistake and every regret. They whispered words of discouragement, trying to pull him back into the depths of despair. But Aiden remembered the reflections from the forest. He knew that these shadows were just a part of him, not his entirety. With each step, he faced his shadows head-on, acknowledging their presence but refusing to let them dictate his path. Slowly, the shadows began to fade, losing their grip on his mind. The final challenge was the mountain of self-doubt. The climb was steep, and the higher Aiden went, the heavier his doubts became. Every foothold seemed to crumble beneath him, threatening to send him tumbling down. Aiden paused, taking a deep breath. He remembered the lessons he had learned, the acceptance in the Forest of Reflections, and the resilience in the Valley of Shadows. He reminded himself that every doubt was just a test of his determination. With renewed strength, he climbed, each step a testament to his willpower and belief in himself. At the summit, Aiden found a serene pool of water. As he looked into it, he saw a clear reflection of himself. Not the man he used to be, but the man he had become. He saw someone who had faced his fears, confronted his doubts, and emerged stronger. In that moment, Aiden realized that the journey through gloom was not about escaping it, but about overcoming the darkness within himself. He had fought and conquered the battles that raged inside his mind and heart. With this realization, Aiden felt a warm light envelop him. The world of gloom began to dissolve, and he found himself back in the world of light and joy. The journey had been arduous, but it had taught him the most valuable lesson of all. True happiness comes from within. Aiden opened his eyes. Beside his bed slept Jessica, his sister. For 10 days since the accident that Aiden had been in, she had kept vigil in his room, waiting for him to wake up. Aiden tried to touch her hand but couldn't reach. "Jess," he called softly. "Jess, I'm awake." Jessica slowly opened her eyes and immediately jumped to her feet. She hugged her brother and began to cry. Aiden tried to comfort her, gently stroking her hair. "Jess, I'm back," he whispered. Soon, the nurses came rushing in. They bustled around the bed, assessing Aiden's condition. He watched them and remembered his dream. It was a true miracle. He had survived the accident, and now, having rethought his past, he could confidently start living anew. Thank you for listening to our story. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and give us a like.